Hello and welcome back to IELTS preparation course, and today we are going to review the model reading of academic and general IELTS. Before we review the types of tasks you're going to come across while doing reading module, let's see the structure of the model itself. The timing. First of all, you need to understand that you're going to be given only 60 minutes for your reading module. That means that all your 40 questions, which is total number of questions for reading as well as for listening model, is going to be completed within 1 hour only. And you're not going to have extra 10 minutes to transfer your answers to the answer sheet. That is why you need to fill in your answer sheet right after you get your answer. So as soon as you understand what is your correct answer for the question, you go to your answer sheet and write it down. As for the materials, you're going to work with 3 sections with 13-14 questions in each of them. In fact, you can start with any section, but be careful in order not to get confused during the process. For academic model, you are going to have one text for each section of about 250 up to 900 words. And for general model, each section usually contains 2 texts or pieces of information with separate set of questions for each text. But there are also 3 sections with the same number of 13-14 questions. As you do the reading model, you're going to have totally 40 questions, which will give you up to 40 points, depending on the number of correct answers. And as a result, your number of points will be calculated within IELTS score system as a band score. The examples of calculation are the same as for IELTS listening model. So, you can have 34 or 40 points, and that will be your band as 7.5. Or if you have 20 points of totally 40, you will have 4.5 as a band score. As you do your reading part, you need to be careful with specific things which will be your assessment criteria and which will be checked by examiners. When you do reading model, you must spell your answers correctly and use grammar correctly. You also need to follow the limits, which means you need to be careful with following the task, which is given in the beginning of the questions. You may wonder what are the topics of the texts given in reading module. Actually, the topics vary from one passage to another. The texts are called passages. Passage 1, passage 2, passage 3, for example. In one test, you may get the text or passage devoted to the topic as space or some scientific topic, another text about some language school, for example, about summer camps, or about some restaurants, which is actually widespread for general IELTS topics. So, of course, the topics for general IELTS and academic are different. While you have academic topics for academic model, for general IELTS you have the topics which are related to everyday activity, some shopping, some application to organizations, some vacations, etc. So the topics which you need to know as a person desiring to live abroad. While for academic, you still need to be able to analyze the text about some technical approaches, some scientific things and stuff, and so on. Don't be scared of different topics, because even though the topics are academic or scientific, you don't need to be an expert in the topic in order to answer the questions correctly. You just need to be able to follow the algorithms for specific types of tasks given in your reading module. The texts are taken from newspapers, magazines, or books, so those are real texts. They can be short, as in general module, or long as an academic. So your text can be from 250 words up to 900 words. But in fact, you're going to get only maximum 1% of information from all your text information, from 100%. You don't need to read the whole text. This way you will never have enough time. Trust me, reading is not about word by word reading. Reading is about the ability to work with the text information format. Remember the way you read newspaper, for example. You take your paper, look through the articles given in the one, and then you're going to find the one which is really interesting for you. You open the page and read the whole article. But next, you go to the further page and you start to look through information which is going to be interesting for you. So you are sort of looking through the passages. You're trying to find information which could be interesting for you, which is necessary for you at the moment you take your newspaper. It doesn't mean you are going to read the whole newspaper word by word. The same about IELTS. You need to understand that your text is just a source for information which you are analyzing in order to find necessary answers. As soon as you find your answer, put it into your answer sheet and go to the next question. And one more important thing. If you are sure that IELTS reading module is too difficult for you for the moment, just relax and take some time to practice specific skills. It's like driving. Before you get your driver licenses, you need to have many hours of practice with your trainer. And even after you pass your driver license exam and take your document, you need many days of practice in order to feel comfortable in the traffic situations and in order to become a confident driver. Read the instructions carefully. Follow the strategies for each type of tasks. Check your spelling and grammar. All those things are the key to success in your IELTS reading module.